Hi everyone, this is Thomas from Nora Concept, and I'm here with Chris from JLR, joining us right after his presentation at GTC. First of all, great presentation. Very impressive what you guys are building. You have a very mature aero workflow. You managed to enable these AI gains already because you have the CFD baseline setup that is quite robust, right?
Yeah, I think the foundation needs to be there. To build on something that's not well developed would be shaky. So yeah, I think to copy that robustness into other areas is quite important. To do it the same way, to not start again, to save time, and to build out knowing that it's already worked gives us confidence. So hopefully it's a rinse and repeat, right? And that just compound the effect in other areas of CAE.
You want to identify areas where you have already robust CAE foundations and then apply AI, right?
Yeah, so we're looking at really two things. We're looking at how can we get it faster, and where are the areas where there's a lot of time taken up to get a result out. So how hard is it to do the simulations, the data processing, the prep work, to trust the simulation, how much time is spent doing that. So that's the main factor, but it's also about when we have a result, what's the impact of that CAE. So if the CAE is quite critical to our process, we want to go after those areas first. So that's what we're doing. We're prioritizing high impact and long lead time simulations, and we want to speed those up so we can make decisions in the loop of freezes of CAD and software.
How do you see this impacting the design trade-offs for your engineers at the CFD level?
Yeah, I think they can be much more in the loop with design. So essentially, a lot of the time we tend to work, and when I say we, I mean generally engineers who do CAE and design, they tend to be in different areas and have different tools that they interface with. And what we really want is that they're much closer in terms of their work, and collaborative effort is condensed into one place. So I see that the CFD becomes something that is not just beholden in one place or one area, but can be, I don't necessarily like the word democratized, but it's a good way to describe sharing the responsibility, sharing your inputs, being able to everyone have the ability to see each other's work and then converge on a result together that we've all consented and agreed is the right result, or the right decision rather, to then move us forward on the same footing. Rather than do it separately and have different ideas of what we might be engineering, we can do it together and do it faster together.
What remains challenging for you in that process, right? Because obviously you still need to have domain experts, right? More than ever, even. What are the critical parts if you want to leverage that at scale now?
The understanding and the depth and capability of the engineers that know their tools. That still needs to be there, and in the future I think it will be even more important to know whether the answers we're getting are reasonable. Are they sense checked? Do they pass a sanity check? To have that depth of engineering knowledge requires years of hard work, and that is hard won, and I don't think can be replaced. So AI isn't going to do jobs for us. It's going to enable engineers to do their jobs better and faster. So they still need to have that oversight and understanding of what they do. So I see the need for keeping them in the loop with this process so that they learn. We remain in the learning loop. The human is still in the loop. It's not that it cuts them out, it's that it enables us to get to a point where we can use our expertise faster.
What's the next step for JLR now that you've shown that this works in aero?
Right, so the next step is scale. And scale's a popular word right now. Yeah. But what I really mean by that is that this becomes something that organizations can culturally shift into as well as technologically shift into. There has to be an understanding that this AI is not a fad, it's not a temporary thing, it's here and it's now being leveraged by all engineering companies to a more or larger, a smaller or larger extent. So lean in, I think really where we're going with JLR is AI first engineering. It's one of our stated objectives now that we want to do that, and we really want to just start to make more progress more quickly. And that's the roadmap, to expand into more domains of physics and CAE using AI.
Obviously, as you were saying, this is a journey, right? Multiple steps ahead of you. You work with partners. You mentioned a few, right, during your presentation. What do you expect from those partners during this journey? What do you want from them?
Yeah, collaboration. trust, dedication, and being able to overcome challenges, which inevitably will come with this, and there will be ones that we don't foresee. I don't think any one company can go and change the face of engineering overnight, but I think working together with the right people will do that. So I see trust and collaboration as a very key to our success.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks for the few words, very interesting. If you haven't already, please check out Chris' presentation at the GTC. Very impressive to see what they already built, from pilot to scaling AI as part of their aero workflow. Any last words, Chris?
No, thank you. Great event, great to be here. Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks, everyone.